As Christmas approaches, you might be thinking about gold and silver and whether or not they have enough special value to give as gifts or even just to invest in. In this modern, fast-paced world, we do often think that unless you're going to get a doubling of your money, it's not worth getting out of bed for. Will silver do that? I'm not a massive subscriber to the idea that it will, but I do think there is some value still to be had out of investing in silver. Not necessarily in the financial terms as well, because it's becoming even more than it ever was in this crazy modern world, a non-traditional investment. And with non-traditional investments, you have to look beyond the numbers to really see what is very special and very important about stacking gold and silver. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and a very warm welcome to you all joining me for another Precious Metal Ramble where we shoot the breeze about all things precious and shiny. Now, as I said in the intro, gold and silver can sometimes be looked at as a non-traditional investment in this crazy modern world that we're in of stocks and shares and immediate 25% plus returns, otherwise it's just not worth getting out of bed for, digital currencies and all of the other things that are investable in this modern world. But actually, when you really think about it, gold and silver are the longest form of investments that humans have ever made. Kings, queens, and emperors transported their wealth through time, and we as stackers hope and aim to do that as well over the course of our lifetimes of stacking. So why is it that gold and silver are not mainstream? There are, in my opinion, limitations to gold and silver, and we can see that in this modern world with the crazy pace of other investments that are out there. But at the same time, I think just the sheer numbers of gold and silver actually do it a disservice. There is so much more that we can learn as stackers from gold and silver. I certainly have throughout my tenure of stacking silver and gold. I'm going to share with you some of my thoughts and feelings on that. Now, it is everybody's individual opinion. Whether it be, I've just realized this is the wrong way around. There we go. I'm so sorry if there's anybody in there in the camera that was really angry about that. There you go. It's the right way around. Comment down below if you're angry about that. I'm really sorry. But opinions, that's what I was going to say. Opinions differ, whether you like your Engelhard bars upright or upside down. I would love to know what you have to say. That's one of the reasons we do these kind of videos, just asking questions about gold and silver stacking, what it means to us, and how we can learn from it, and how we can then maybe implement some of the things we learn from the world of stacking into our other financial lives and investments. Now, it's important to remind you all that I am, of course, not a financial advisor or an investment guru. I am literally just a guy who's bought a bunch of gold and silver, and I think it's great, and I think it has a lot of value to it beyond even the actual monetary value that I have been seeing as a yield on some of this gold and silver. I haven't actually sold any of it yet, so I haven't made a lot of profit on it, but other things have come out from it as well, including this YouTube channel and the business that I now run that is my day-to-day life. And there's plenty of arguments to be said there that that's added far more value to my world and my livelihood and my well-being, moral and just everything inside me. I didn't mean the word moral. What do I mean? I mean mental. That's what I was going to say. My mental well-being, I suppose, and my moral well-being as well. If I'm handling tens of thousands of pounds worth of other people's gold and silver, I need to have that moral fortitude as well. But you get my point. There's a lot going on beyond just the physical numbers attached to gold and silver. And a lot of that can be down to just sheer sort of sentimentality of stuff. Now, you see here we've got a couple of really cool things. I'm going to put this little plug in here for the Pressberg Mint, who have sent me customized Christmas-themed silver in the form of this 10-ounce bar, and this absolutely stunning. I mean, I love a 10-ounce bar, who doesn't? But this 1-ounce silver proof-like coin for Christmas themed, you think, yeah, that's just a Santa Christmas theme, looks pretty good, but oh my goodness, it gets better on that side there with the customization. Now, Pressberg are sponsoring this video, and as I said, they have sent me these to keep because they're customized to me, but they are available and you can order them now. They have told me that if you go and order these products now, you will get them before Christmas. You have to order them before the 8th of December. Then you'll get them. Now, for those of you in the UK, you might be wondering about getting them into the UK. You can get them into the UK just fine. The price is already zero rated, so when it comes into you, it will be taxed, of course, on the border, but that's just the way it is. The shipping for one, I think, is €7, and that should get to you before Christmas. It's important to put in a caveat, though, that that's not guaranteed. I can't guarantee. That's a third party that's doing this, but that's what I've been told by the Pressberg Mint. So go and check them out. There's links in the description. And I'm going to go through the looking glass, and open this because that's how we got famous with the Pressberg Mint. I had a silver bar from them. And this is, I'm going to say, this is the sort of tangential ramble into why I think silver has more value to it than just the weight of the silver that you've got there. Because I run a YouTube channel, as you guys know, and oh, this looks good outside of the plastic. That's really good. And I just one day needed to do a video on something, and I had this 10-ounce Pressberg bar in some plastic in my drawer, and I just thought, yeah, do you know what? I'm going to do that. What can I talk about for that amount of time? I'm going to take it out of the plastic, and we got 100,000 views on the video. That's pretty mental, and that's how that relationship started with Pressberg Mint, which is incredible. So they have some really, really cool bits, including these customized 10-ounce bars, and they even do a kilo version of this. They didn't send me the kilo version, but I think that's pretty sweet, pretty swish, pretty cool. You can go and check them out down in the description box below. But my point here is that the added value that I've had from silver can be measured by the monetary terms of buying, input output of the numbers. So let's take this, for example, as a coin that I can't remember the exact price. I'd have to go and check it up on my tracking spreadsheet, but it was bought at a time from Europe when there was no VAT, or at least the VAT was very, very minimal. There was a small premium, but not a lot. And I think, from memory, they're about £140 a coin for a 10-ounce silver coin. You just got to look at spot price now, £25 an ounce. The premium on these kind of coins here as well with the Lion of England. Oh, what a coin. This is the heyday of Royal Mint production. You just got to look at that and go, yeah, do you know what? That's a big return. I could probably shift this for like 350, maybe 330, 350 at a push. That's a big return. That's a threefold return almost. Not quite threefold, but you get my point. It's a lot of a return, 2.5-fold. That's good, but one would also argue that from my whole tenure of doing YouTube videos and growing my channel and growing my business, that's performed much better in terms of that long haul for me. And getting into silver got me into gold, which has been even more valuable. One of the best things, though, that I've always thought about gold and silver is it's an incredible saving mechanism. It's a way that you can get used to budgeting, putting money in. It also helps you can really get that shopping addiction fix. You can buy those cool things, and you know that there is literally a silver lining. That's what the whole phrase of this is about. A silver lining underneath everything that you buy. Now, there are going to be some things that you might not make money on. Like, for example, if you're going to be buying these Proof-Like custom 1-ounce silver coins from Pressberg Mint, it's worth saying to you that these will be at a premium, but that's because they have some incredible customization on them. Just look at the beautiful snowflakes in the background. Love that color. UV printed on there, and the Santa Claus as well. These are special, and that's what silver has always been for me. It's been special. It's been something different. I didn't bring any out for this video here today, but you've probably seen it on the channel if you've watched for a long time. I've had silver coins in my life and my collection for well over 20 years. In fact, my first ever silver coin was when I was about 6 or 7 years old from my grandfather. Didn't know it was silver at the time, didn't know what silver was about at the time, nor did he. It was just a $50, and it's really something exceptionally special. And that has always given me this appreciation for history, which is another great thing that I always think that stacking has given us, whether it be old school silver bars like this beautiful Engelhard, or whether it's old sovereigns like a good old fashioned shieldback sovereign. Absolutely awesome, these coins. Bits of history preserved that we are custodians over this sort of tenure that we might own them. And I think that's more valuable than anything that we can think of. But it's not to be ignored that in this modern, fast-paced world that we're in, gold and silver's days might be kind of numbered as a traditional investment. Now, I say traditional investment. What is a traditional investment? Well, one might argue that this is the most traditional investment, as it has been for thousands of years, for people to have, people and countries and institutions, emperors, queens and kings, to have money transported through time. And there have been times in sort of not that far recent past where owning gold was not something that you could do as a private individual. But that is now very much opened up to the masses and to the world. But there are a load of other things as well. I mean, gone are the times back 50 years ago when being invested in the stock market was for the likes of those rich people on Wall Street or in the financial centers. Now, anybody, every man and his dog can get in on it. And you see that with the evolution of Wall Street bets and its sister offshoot of Wall Street Silver, which was a complete and utter farce and failure. But this whole new world of investing is somewhat crazy, to put it lightly, and does have a lot of pitfalls, because we can only but look at the sheer desire for something that's going to give you a 50%, 100%, 1200% return for it even to be worth putting money in. You know, people wanted that from silver, and this is why the silver squeeze movement that I referenced there was just so catastrophically, ridiculously stupid, that it was never going to actually give the returns that these young millennials really thought, or had gone down the rabbit hole so far and deep that they wanted and needed to get that huge return from. It's just not going to happen, and unfortunately a lot of them were left quite a lot underwater. But coming back full circle, that's what I do. I'm really good at tangential rambles. Coming back full circle, there are going to be a fair proportion of those people who bought those silver coins at exceptional highs on the silver squeeze that have subsequently learned that actually the true value of owning silver and gold is having that money out of the system, having that money real, physical, that you can't just lose on an all or nothing stocks and shares bet. It's there, it's physical, it's got that silver lining, that gold chunk in your hand is always going to have value in our society. I say always because I don't mean to put a bit of doom and gloom on this, but we are in an ever-changing world, and especially in a world where we see Bitcoin priced at $90,000, maybe even eking out to $100,000 before the end of the year. You know, we do see that those kind of assets, those kind of production, or not production, those kind of wealth-producing items beyond something that's real and physical are a thing that people actually really want and desire. And maybe silver and gold will fall by the wayside. But there is a contingent of people who feel that maybe one day silver will have its day and go to the moon and really yield what everybody wants it to do. I'm not a fan of that idea. I'm not a subscriber to the idea that it will. Do I think that silver is undervalued? Yes, sure. But is it going to make us millionaires next year, as Del Boy would say to Rodney? No, it's not, unfortunately. So that is where it is. Gold and silver, I still think, have an important role to play in the world of investments. They certainly do in my portfolio, my financial portfolio. But there are better things, I guess, is what I'm saying in terms of numbers. But I have learned so much. I have gained so much value. And I can't stress enough how getting into gold and silver has changed the way that I look at the world. And one of the most important mantras I think I've ever learnt, was if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. And that was certainly true for me when I got into gold and silver. And I think that's something to live by. So that's what I tell you what, if you're a Cool Kids Club member, that's, I think, what we're going to get you to quote. We've done a bunch of serial numbers, and I think other than this one here, which is 003, which isn't particularly cool or exciting, I'm going to get you to quote that down in the comments. If you are a Cool Kids Club member, I want you to quote, if you change the things you look at, the things you look at will change. Because that is a mantra that I've been very much looking at for the last 10 years. And it's been something that's really helped me in my life, in my financial investments, my personal life, and my mental health life as well. So yeah, there we go. Thought that was kind of cool. Nice little segue to end us on this beautiful, happy topic. Thank you all for watching. If you are watching to this point still, you're in the Backyard Bullion Rambling Society and the Cool Kids Club, if you quote that phrase. And if you haven't subscribed and you're still watching, then please consider hitting that subscribe button. We are flying at the moment. We've had plus 2,000 subs this month alone. We've had a few videos go pretty viral, which is exciting. So that's it from me. Big one coming on Friday, guys. Pressberg Mint. Oh my goodness. Go and check them out for these Christmas bars. But oh my God, they've got something incredible on Friday. You're not going to believe it. It's absolutely stunning. And that's all I'm going to say. We'll see you on the next video. As always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.